What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? We're back again with another 600-pound live video. Season 10, episode 15. David's Journey. Wow. I thought the season was actually over, to be honest with you. But hey, I guess it continues. But with that being said, let's not waste any more time. And let's give a shout out to every single person that is a member of the channel. And now let's get into this madness. Whenever they say the weight is unknown, it makes me just feel like, oh Lord, what's it gonna be? And I'll be honest with you, I usually think that it has to be around the 700 mark. This is gonna sound kind of like messed up, really messed up. But when you're reacting and talking about 600 pounds all the time, 600 pounds, 500 pounds becomes a norm. So when you hear it's in the 600s, you're like, is that it? Because you're so used to 600 pounds, 500 pounds being normalized so much whenever when you consume too much content around that. It feels like you know it's overweight, but it's kind of like normal to you now. So when they say unknown, you're thinking it's got to be like 700 pounds. And then when it's 600 pounds, you're like, oh, is that it? It's like everyday type situation these days. That's messed up, right? It's freaking dark too. But anyway, let's just get into this.
It's so hard to force myself to get up in the mornings because my back is messed up from my weight. The back started getting so bad. I'm in agonizing pain. That's when my weight really been taking its toll. I take muscle relaxers for my back. And then I have your prescription pain pills. Probably like 8 different pills. Everything is such a struggle. It's just painful to move around right now. Getting in my shower is a tough thing for me. I put a chair in the shower right next to me so I can have something to lean onto just in case I slip. With a messed up back already, it makes it impossible to move being this big. After I've been standing on my feet for more than 2 minutes, I get scared that I'm going to fall and hit the ground. I'm scared every day when I take a shower because if I fall, it's going to probably break something and it's going to hurt. I've fallen before and I couldn't get up. I do my best, but the pain takes my breath away.
You know what? It pains me to say this because it's not really how life should be. But like I said, when you consume so much of this, certain things become normalized to you. And I just want to say something that's so outrageous that I never thought I'd ever say. But then I'm going to contradict it after. I know. Anyway, let me get to the point. All I want to say is at least he can do these things by himself. At this moment in time, we're shown that he cares for himself, he carries himself around, you know what I mean? Obviously, you know, he doesn't have anyone helping him at this moment in time within the episode. So at least he can do that. But the contradiction is, guess what? He should have never been in that position anyway. All of those things he's doing are things that we could all do, you know? Ease 1, 2, 3. Yeah, whatever. Let's just get into it.
I think I do all day. But I have my foster mom, Robin, to help me when I need help. If it wasn't for her, I would have given up on myself by now. Hey, Robin, can you help me put on my socks?
Okay, where's your socks? David is part of my family, and I claim him as a son. You about ready for breakfast?
Yeah.
We'll get that started. He's only here in my house because he really didn't have anywhere else to go, and in my mind, helping a child become healthy is loving them. And so I think the reason David put on so much weight is he didn't have anyone in his life love him enough to be able to help him in a sustained manner. And he's a good kid. He deserves divine love from other people and from within himself.
Okay, so she's coming. She's talking about a child needs someone in their life to enforce positive vibes. Obviously help bring him into that healthy lifestyle. Okay, she's saying everything that we need to hear, everything that we should know. So does that telling us that in this episode, David is going to reach his weight goal because he's already got a support system? Or is David going to be the typical narcissist manipulator that we know majority of them to be? And knowing TLC, it's a bit obvious, isn't it? But hey, let's continue.
Kind of tough. And the best way to distract myself is to eat. I'm gonna eat at the couch.
All right, I'll carry it on for you.
Okay, thank you. Because there's no better feeling than eating. My birth mom was 13 years old when she had me, and she was using cocaine. And my birthday.
Excuse me, what? What? His mother was 13 when she had him.
Foster care. I bounced around to different foster care houses while I was young. Sometimes I was put in houses that weren't very good with foster parents that didn't really care about kids. Some people are just in it for the money state gives them for taking in kids. We'd eat really poorly. So from an early age, I learned to eat as much as I could when a meal was given to me. Because sometimes you wouldn't know you're going to get fed again for days. Around the time I was 3, I got placed with a permanent foster family, the Nelsons. So the Nelsons wanted to adopt me. So I got adopted at 6, but my dad was kind of the scary figure. When I would get disciplined, he would hit me so hard with the belt, it would leave marks. My foster mom hit me too. I remember she took me to the garage as punishment and slapped me in the face a bunch, and I broke my nose. I would eat to make myself feel better, because food calmed me any chance I could get. And by the time I was in middle school, I was 250 pounds. But I was playing football and wrestling, I could run a mile, but it never bothered me. In my sophomore year of high school, our grandma was dying of cancer. Our parents went to California to bury grandma. They up and left my siblings and I, 3 teenagers left alone. What are teenagers gonna do? They're gonna throw a party. Kids being crazy, drinking and smoking weed. That party lasted 10 days. Our next door neighbor was an ex-cop, so he was taking pictures of the whole thing. When they got home, just like that, they kicked us out. So this was supposed to be my mom and dad, who had raised me for 10 years. When they threw me out, so it killed me. It made me angry that I was back in foster care. That's when I gained 100 pounds in like a year. I was pretty shut down then. I didn't really talk to anybody or want to get to know anybody. I started doing terribly in school. I probably would have dropped out of high school altogether, except for that youth program, Foster Appreciation Picnic, where I met Robin. Everything after meeting her was different.
David came into my world when he was 17 years old. He was so personable, and there was something good about him. And I was attracted to his goodness, despite the fact that the world had been unkind to him and that people had let him down. And I met him at a foster.
Okay. He's been through a lot. I can't imagine what it's like to be in and out of the foster system, being let down time and time again, losing people, family members. But he's been with this lady since he was 17. He's 30 years of age, right, from what I remember. That's 13 years. But she began by telling us all of these positive things that we should be hearing. But it's 13 years on the line. But it's 13 years later. And look where he's at. Obviously, I'm not blaming her. Don't get it twisted. Do not get it twisted. It's the fact that she came in with a certain level of energy. But it doesn't seem like that energy was matched. But that's where I guess we're going to find out as the story thickens. You know, is it going to be a case where she has tried, but he's been reluctant? I guess we're better find out. But okay, this is different. But I'm not having any hope of just yet. I tell you this every time, guys. Okay, TLC does this all the time. They start off so they grab your attention at the very beginning. You know what I mean? Nah, I ain't buying it yet. I'm not buying it yet.
I fell in love with him the instant I met him, and I called Health and Welfare and said, hey, I really want David to come live with me. And they warned me off. They said, he's already blown a few placements, he's very angry. And I said, no, I really want David to come live with me.
Living with Robin is the best environment in foster care I've ever dealt with. She took me in as one of her own when she introduced me, and she said, this is my son, David. She was always there. She'd help me with my homework, and I went down from about 350 down to 280 because she was making me go to the gym twice a day and, walk home from school, stuff like that. And she helped me get into the University of Idaho. I was excited to go to the university, and I went up there with the idea that I was going to study. But instead, what I wound up doing was just, party. Class, smoked weed, drank, party. I realized that I had to leave because I had let myself down and should have balanced it a little bit better. I even back down to Idaho Falls because I found a job working with developmentally delayed people. I like doing that kind of work. Pay's not very good, but, it's fulfilling. But this was the first time in my life that I had my own money. I started eating every chance I had. Fast food, pizza, burgers, deep fried things, and all the goodies. I had to quit working with kids with disability because I needed to take a higher paying job for all the food I was eating. So, from the age of 20 to 22, I worked at Walmart as a cashier, then I moved it back into the cash office, counting all the money in the store. I was probably 400 pounds by now. Dated this chick, broke up with her, dated another chick, broke up with her. That broke up was really hard. So I clinged to the only thing that made me feel good, food. And from the ages of 23 to 25, I gained about 100 pounds. I was eating, drinking, and partying, and not being a good employee at my job at Walmart. So they had to let me go. After Walmart, just started working, driving forklift and in trucks for farmers. And then that got me into long distance driving. I wanted to see the United States, and I could afford to because when I was sleeping in my semi-truck, I didn't have to pay rent, so I got to see all the states. I didn't leave the road for a year, so it was pretty cool. But at the same time, on an emotional level, I noticed that I was depressed. And I kept eating fast food because that is what's available on the road. And it just brought a little bit of relief, I guess. But there's not a lot of things that brought me that much happiness. My weight built up to 800 pounds. And one day I woke up, I started thinking about suicide. I got to the point where I was thinking about it all the time. I'd drive over a bridge and I'd flinch because I thought I'd pull the steering wheel and dive off of it with the truck. It scared me. So I would just eat to distract myself enough to try to want to stay alive.
All right.
Okay, so he has saved her because I was about to go full in enabler. I was gonna say what's she doing, but at the same time though, let's not hold that. But let's not forget that. Let's hold that thought for a second about my perception and maybe your perception on her. Okay, this moment in time. But so throughout his 20s, early 20s, mid 20s, he was eating on his own accord. His eating pattern right there throughout his 20s seems to me had nothing to do with his past. And I say that because a lot of the time when you listen to any one of the people that come onto this show, they always talk about my past did this to me, my past did that. You know, every excuse that they use of why they keep eating is always in relation to their past. He hasn't necessarily done that. He explained the foster system. He explained how he was obviously in and out of it and obviously how that obviously didn't help him. Cool. We've got that story. But since he was with this woman here at age 17, someone has looked after him, loved him, even brought him down from his anger, he basically enabled himself while he was on the road driving, while he was at his own job. He went from one job and changed another job because he was eating too much, so he needed another job to pay for his food, from what I understand. I'm sure he said that he went from working with kids to Walmart because he needed more money because of the amount of food he was eating. What's this? What's this? Sometimes I just can't make sense out of no sense. But let me just continue this right now. Let's just see where it goes, because you know, let me just be quiet. Yeah.
Then I started having trouble getting in and out of the truck cabin. And that's when I started to notice these red patches on the right side of my stomach. One of them just grew and grew and grew. I stopped being able to move all that well. And I was getting weaker, but I'm one of those people that don't want to go to the doc. I was super weak. My legs were super weak. And I could barely walk. And they sent me to the emergency room. I had a severe cellulitis infection. And after some physical therapy and a bunch of antibiotics and tests and stuff, they got rid of the cellulitis infection. But I was a mess. And that's when I reached out to Robin. That's when I decided to try to lose weight and start taking my mental health and physical health more serious. I moved in with Robin after I left the hospital because they were going to find me a physical therapy unit to move into, but they couldn't find one that would take my size. So she thought she could help me out. And she did. One of the ways Robin gets me to be more active is to take me out grocery shopping. That's the only time I'm willing to leave the house because I've lost most of my mobility. And walking just a few feet, it's pretty painful.
All right. Stay out of the candy aisle. Don't be looking at the pizzas.
Piece of eggnog.
That's not low-cal.
No, but it's delicious.
I was nervous about going with David to the grocery store. It was good to get him out and moving, and I was really proud that he made it through a number of the aisles, but his food choices are terrible.
I want some cookies.
Nuts. Nuts is high protein. There you go. And he knows that I don't want to boss him around. He is a grown person. He is his own person, but I worry about his food choices. You okay?
No.
No? He doesn't have any stamina, and that's embarrassing for him. It's embarrassing to go out with people and have to stop every 5 seconds to catch your breath. He gets winded so easily, and he has to stand and rest his back, and he just gets worn out.
My back hurts, my knees hurt, my feet hurt. The only thing that keeps me going is all the food we just bought.
That part of the show that everybody loves to hate, the one that infuriates everyone, especially the people from the United States of America that pay taxes. So this is an interesting one because, from what I understand, I'm sorry to laugh, but okay. So he said the only time he leaves the house is to go grocery shopping, aka food shopping for us Brits. So that means he's not working at this moment in time. So who pays for all the food? Now we saw that she was, well, let me make this a bit interesting. We saw that on camera, she was telling him what he shouldn't be having and what he should be having. But despite what she was telling him on camera, he was still picking up all those snacks His trolley was filled up. Her one was pretty much empty. You know what I mean? So the fact is, who is funding all of this food? And to make it worse, she says something very crucial about how his stamina is very bad, how he gets embarrassed when he's out. You know, obviously because of his stamina. But correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't he using his stamina and his back pain, shall I say, to pick up all the food that he shouldn't be having? If I'm out shopping now and I'm feeling, and I was feeling the way he was feeling, shall I say, I may not know what that feels like. But if I'm going to be moaning about my stamina, and then I'm moaning about my back problems, am I then going to continue still picking up that food? That food that is causing my stamina to be this way. That food is that's causing me to put on more weight, that's therefore giving me more of a back problem. Now listen, I get it, you know, because people love to say this sometimes. You don't know what it's like to be fat. You don't know what it's like to be obese. Until you've been in my shoes, I don't want to listen to you, but then you come and comment anyway. Sorry, I find that so funny, man. I'll listen to you when you've been through my shoes, but you are listening to me because you just told me in the comment section. But anyway, let's get serious real quick. It is very evident that David is battling some serious demons. He spoke about obviously taking his own life, or wanted to take his own life, obviously when he was driving. Okay, so obviously there's a lot of darkness that's been built up behind him. There's a lot of trauma that's been built up, and you know what? I can't blame him for that. I can't fault him for that. You know, his mother had him when she was 13. He therefore was put straight into the foster system. He was then put into the foster system that, you know, he says that wasn't a great one because some of the people just didn't care about what he put in his mouth, which is quite interesting because the fact that he acknowledges that he was able to put whatever he wanted in his mouth tells me that he's also acknowledged that he shouldn't be doing that, but he continued doing that anyway. But therefore, you know, he continued, but he was also involved in American football, which is good. How can I say this? It seems to me as if David chases the darkness. He was born in the dark. Well, not necessarily in the dark, but you know, he was born in darkness. You know what I mean? In not in the best situations. And it seems to me as if he keeps continually chasing that lifestyle, because even after this lovely woman here, shall I say, gave him a home, and when he was 17, he then went off and continued eating. Even got a job. Do you see what I'm saying? But let me not say too much right now. Let me get back into this video because I feel like I'm swaying way too much. I'm sorry, man, but like, damn, like, yeah, you know, it's just these shopping trips really get to me because they're saying all these things, but yet they're still buying. And sometimes you know what? Whatever. Let's get into it.
Fours? And let me get one more double bacon Western cheeseburger and a cheesecake.
I'm scared that David doesn't have an internal motivation. To feel like I'm the external motivator, that's a lot. That puts a lot of pressure on me, and it scares me that he won't be able to find it within himself.
Okay, listen to me. Oh my goodness, good. Okay, I always knew that there was something not right with this lady. I knew it, and we're here now. But ladies and gentlemen, did you just see what I just saw? And this is what has been happening this whole episode so far. I'm hearing talking, but I'm seeing no actions. She's talking. Listen, you know what? She covered herself up by saying, but he's a grown man. Lady, don't get smart. The first thing that she said is that all David needs is someone to love him and show him the way. Okay, but he's you know, that's what it was. So she obviously is that person, right? So she wanted to be that savior, but she's not. She says the right things, but yet she's enabling him. As she's coming in and talking about it, listen, he comes in, he's breathing like there's no tomorrow. To be fair, arguably there could be no tomorrow for him at this stage. But anyway, he's breathing like there's no tomorrow. And then she starts talking her talk, but then she's bringing him that meal. Giving it to him. He's not even prepared himself. She's doing it for him. I'm going to go back to the question I asked a second ago. Who is paying for all these things? Is this taxpayers' money or is this her money? Because as far as I'm concerned, if it is her money, then anything that she says is not valid at all. Because she's not stamping her ground. He's a grown man, yes? That's what she said. That's what she said, yes? So therefore, let him pay for his own shit. That's it. If she's paying for it, but she's saying he's a grown man, well, clearly she's treating him like a child. Oh my goodness gracious me, Lord of mercy. Oh my goodness.
To be able to be a healthier person.
I don't consider myself a food addict. I feel like life started off on the wrong foot. And it's been that way ever since. I'm gonna go to bed, I'm tired.
Picking the rest of this up?
Okay, thank you.
You alright?
Yeah, just tired.
Alright, that's good. See you in the morning.
I love you. My worst fear is that I'm gonna die and Robin's gonna find me and it's gonna mess her up. At this weight, nothing's easy. Besides laying down. Even sitting sometimes gets painful. My food problem is killing me by, weighing down my heart. And my back's already messed up. I live every day in despair. Now it's time for me to make that decision. Because if I don't lose the weight, I'm gonna die.
In the comment section, there's always someone that says this. Not every video, but every other video that we do on £600 Life or £1,000 Best Friends or £1,000 Sisters, whatever. There's always someone in the comment section that says, let's make a bet. Who's gonna do this? Who's gonna do that? At this moment in time, I really want to know. Please comment right now. At this moment in time, I really want to know. Do you think this guy is actually gonna succeed? Because, like I keep saying, listen. He's showing us that he's in. He's showing us that he's in serious pain. And then at the same time, he's telling us what we need to hear. Same as the lady. But there's no actions. You know what? Dr. Now's he's got a task in his hand. But you guys let me know. Do you think this is going to be a success story or not? I'm interested to know. I really hope it is. Because boy, he needs to turn his life around like ASAP. Out of everyone so far on this season, his breathing is worse than everyone else's. And arguably, he's probably going to be the heaviest. If he's not, he's got to be touching somewhere near a 700. I'll be very surprised if he's not.
All right, all done.
Can you be all done?
I'm the fastest folder ever.
All right, well, get moving.
Olympic folder. Today's a big day because I'm leaving Idaho, driving to Texas for the purpose of meeting Dr. Now and kickstarting my weight loss journey. And I'm worried because I don't know what this drive's going to be like. There's a good possibility it's going to be pretty painful for me.
Can I just say? I just want to say this real quick. Why is it every episode that we... This is fucking annoying. Why is it every single episode, right? None of them, right, ever start a weight loss journey until after seeing Dr. Now. They always say, yeah, we're going to drive down to Texas so Dr. Now can help us start our weight loss journey. Why don't none of them ever try, at least attempt to try beforehand? Can we ever get an episode where we've got a guy or a lady and the first thing that we see is, I'm on a diet, but I keep failing, but I keep trying my diet and I keep failing, but now I need to go and see Dr. Now, but I'm going to do my best to try and be on a diet before I go see him. Something like that. But we don't get that. We get the simple flipping, they wake up, oh, I don't want to be like this anymore. Then we get the story. Then we get the explanations of everything that we want to hear or we should hear about how they're going to do better. And then it gets to the moment they're going to see Dr. Now. Yeah, I really want to see him so he can help me help me start my journey. Why are we starting the journey after Dr. Now? He's not a freaking magician. He's there to support you and help you, yes. But the journey is yours alone and that's it. I mean, don't get me wrong, he is a magician in terms of his ability to do surgery. I mean, especially at his age, like the way he does surgery is nuts. To be fair, credit where credit due. He definitely is a magician in that aspect. But can we never get someone, or can they never cast someone that's already at least attempting to start the journey beforehand? Because all we just get these scenes of the scenes of them going into the shower naked. Then we get these scenes of them ordering these crazy takeaways. Then we get these scenes of them. I mean, last week we had the lady on the bacon tray, for goodness sake. Lisa with a freaking bacon tray with all nachos and all that things on. This TLC is TLC are savage for this, man. You know what I mean? It would be interesting though if TLC ever did a TV show, right, where it's the opposite. Instead of the people who are oversized, what about the people that are skinny? Like, you know, anorexia, like that type stuff. Eugenic, like, you know what I mean? Like Eugenic Cooney type stuff. I wonder if they can ever do that. But then again, it's all about what sells. Would you guys tune in to watch a TV show about someone that's anorexic and that needs to eat? What's more appealing to watch? The person that needs to lose the weight or gain the weight? That's what it comes down to. You know what I mean? That's just the grand scheme of it. That's why you see so many people on YouTube who are overweight making channels, predominantly women, making channels about weight loss when they ain't even going to lose the weight because they know that keeping the weight is what gives them the revenue. You don't see as much of people that are ultra skinny. You know what I mean? But let's get it.
I'm kind of miserable. I've got a lot of weight to lose, but I gotta get some help, obviously. And that's gonna happen pretty much as soon as I get there. But before then, I'm not gonna change it up yet. Can I get a number 24 with a Diet Coke? Yeah, let me get 3 jalapeno poppers, 3 orders of them, the 9-piece.
So 9 instead of?
No, not what? What's 3 times 9? 27.
27 jalapeno poppers?
Yeah.
Okay, anything else for you?
Supreme croissant.
Okay, anything else for you?
That'll be it.
Okay, that'll be $36.98.
Yo, I love croissant. What the hell is a supreme croissant? $36.90? What the fuck? 36. This is gonna be all for him, right? The fact that she mentioned, "Are you hungry as well? Are you starving?" She's an enabler, flat out. But 36 on a you're that's one person. Maybe there's something there for her, but I heard her order nothing. That is crazy. But hey, it's okay, guys. We're driving to doctor now so he can help us lose weight. But on the way there, though, we'll just add on some more calories for that scowl. Why not? Huh? Why not?
Thank you so much.
Did you ask for vegetables?
Yeah, jalapenos. Did you get all those poppers?
Oh, those smell hideous.
They smell delicious. You eat my hash brown?
I mean, yeah.
If you wanted a hash brown, get a hash brown.
What are you going to do about it?
Oh my gosh.
It's like stealing candy from a child, huh?
A very large, angry child.
Let's go.
It looks like it's going to be about a 25-hour drive. So if we do 8 hours a day, it should take me about 3 days. But if we do more than that, and we do 10 or 12 hours, we can shave off that. Because I know I'm going to be hurting after being in the car that long. So it might just be better to hurry up and get it over with. Heading to the mountains. But I don't know. We'll have to see what I can handle.
Are we there yet?
Yeah, almost. Just 24 more hours. So far, I'm doing okay. My body hurts, but that's why I have this big van. Because it fits me in it. Cowboy country. My back hurts just a little. But once I get out, I'm gonna be crippled.
Well, it seems to me. Remember, let's try it back a little bit. When she found out about David, they told her that he's very angry. She said, I don't care, I want him. I want to love him as my son. It is very evident that she allows him to keep eating what he wants to eat for a very simple reason. It's the only way she can stop him from being angry, because at that moment in time, the whole hash brown scene, she spoke about it, she talked about, you know, it's like stealing candy from a child. And he was like, yeah, a very angry child. So it seems to me, obviously he's very abusive in terms of, you know, really stamping his ground about his food is his food. Like, man spent $36.90 and didn't want to share a freaking hash brown. Like, are we for real, for real? Are we, is he okay? What? But anyway, we see that she tries, but she gives him way too soon. So the only way she stops from being angry is by allowing him to eat. it's just enabling, isn't it? But whatever, man. Like,
Oh. Okay. I'm stuck. Can't breathe. My heart beating so fast. Okay. My health is so bad. It's gotten so bad. Rob doesn't even know about it. I hate this. This is crazy. I can't go on like this.
Your stuff down, and then I'll put my stuff down because who knows how many trips I'm gonna have to make.
I can carry something.
Carry the heavy one. You're strong. All right. I'll see you at the front desk.
Okay. We've been driving for 4 days, and my back is killing me. And I can hardly sleep at night from the pain. So I'm exhausted. But we did. And I wish I could just stay here and sleep. But I can't do that because I missed my appointment with the doctor now. I got it, Robin. I'm coming. And then all this will be for nothing. So I'm pushing myself to keep going. My back.
Yeah? Put your stuff there, and I'll get the rest.
Okay.
Here's the keys. You don't sound so good.
No, my back hurts so bad.
You can step up on the scale. Your weight is 763.
Okay, thank you. Okay.
763. I mean, listen, I said it. I said there's no way this guy is not in his 700s. He has to be in his 700s. He has to be the heavy so far. But 763? Woo! Man, is like, listen, if you're rounding up, because you can't round down once you get to 7.5, right? So he's more near the 800 mark than he's around the 700. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear.
I guess this is what I'm here for. And I know Dr. Now, he's seen it all pretty much. So I know I'm in the right place. But that's a pretty crazy number. And I guess I got a lot of work to do.
Hello, how y'all doing?
Good, thank you. Yourself?
I'm doing good, thank you. So, you must be David?
Yep.
Well, David, nice to meet you. And who's this young lady with you?
That's my mom, Robin.
Well, nice to meet you too. So, where are you coming from?
Idaho.
All right, that's a bit of a drive for someone in upper 700s. So, I take it you came all the way here to get some help with your weight?
Yes, sir.
All right, so you are 763 pounds,
Yes, sir.
and you have a BMI of almost 100. So, what seems to be the issue with your eating habit?
It's probably not the best.
Well, yeah, that goes without saying. But what's driving you to eat, and why are you continuing to eat like you have been when your weight is so out of control?
I'm probably like an emotional eater, and I have a lot of baggage from my past, growing from foster care and whatnot, and so
psychotherapy is going to be something that's going to help you to cope with the things in the past in healthy ways and take care of yourself, okay? Who else live with you?
I live with my mom right now.
So what do you do all day?
Right now, not very much. I'll wake up, try to stretch out my back so I can move. My back is pretty tight in the morning, and go to sleep.
So you mostly sit around all day eating, doing nothing?
Yes, sir.
All right, David, if you right now close your eyes and imagine that you are 210 pounds, okay? Do you work?
Right now, I do not. I was driving a truck cross country, and I got a cellulitis infection, and that put me in the hospital for about 2 months. And then while I was in there, just my back got real bad, and my legs just...
Well, when you're 700 pounds, you're going to have a lot of risk factor, and you're going to have a lot of health issue that is going to prevent you from being active and doing what you need to do. So you need to go ahead and focus on improving your health and take care of yourself.
Right.
Okay? That is the only thing that can improve your situation and your health to avoid these issues. Mom, you got anything to add to what he says?
I think David is doing a great job of downplaying everything. There's a lot of food that comes to the door that, when I'm gone, and ends up getting eaten.
Well,
and David has
he doesn't work. How do he afford all this, a lot of food delivered?
That's what all his money goes for. That's why he's had to. It's one of the reasons he had to come back. I don't usually allow my foster kids to come back and live with me, but David doesn't have anywhere else right now.
Well, that needs to change, right?
Yes, sir.
So are you willing to make those changes?
Yes, sir.
So I'm going to bring some stuff for you. It is a diet and exercise plan that I want you to start immediately. The diet is going to limit you to 1200 calories a day. And if you follow it, it's going to eliminate all the carb out of your diet and focus you on eating protein with a lot of vegetable and salad. And if you do that at your weight, when you're 700 pounds, you can easily lose 100 pounds over the next month. But the goal I'm going to give you is to lose 80 pounds. Okay, you think you can do that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you got a lot of work ahead of you. But if you do what you need and hit your goal, then we'll consider weight loss surgery for you. But if you're not able to make those changes, then the surgery is not going to be helpful for you. Okay?
Okay.
All right, I'll go get the information and we go over it, okay?
Okay.
All right, I'll be back.
Okay, thanks, son.
What do you think?
I feel 80 pounds.
It's a lot.
I'm surprised David is as mobile as he is and seemingly be over 800 pounds in a matter of months. If he doesn't change things around now, and if he lets things get to that point at his weight, it's going to be finally too much for his legs and his knees to handle, and he will start to become immobile. And once that happens, his health is only going to continue to go downhill from there, just much more rapidly.
So, Doc.
All right, the first thing we're going to go over is the diet. So if David doesn't make the changes he needs now, his situation is going to get much worse very quickly, and then he's likely not going to be alive in a couple of years. So it's very important he takes this seriously to do what he needs now before it's too late.
Is pizza on that list?
Pizza is a high-calorie food that you need to really avoid, okay?
Oh, come on, Doc.
It's pizza or your life is your choice.
That's true.
All right. Now, the other thing I'm going to give you is a copy of my book.
Okay.
And I put the bookmark in here and a chapter for exercise. So I want you to do these exercises 1 hour in the morning, 1 hour in the afternoon. Hopefully, David gets the gravity of his situation and how close he is to things getting much worse for him. And I'm hoping his mom is ready to support him like she says, but the only way for us to be able to help David at all is for him to take the first step by making the changes he needs to take responsibility for his life. If you do all this, you can easily lose 80 pounds in 2 months. And if you do that, we'll consider weight loss surgery for you. Then eventually you have to move down here with someone that can help you while you're here.
Okay.
How long will it take you to get down here?
It took me 4 days this time.
4 days.
Yeah.
So, that's a big trip and it's going to take a toll on your body going back and forth.
Right.
So it's going to be important you move down here, okay?
Yeah, that's the plan.
Okay. All right, David, I'll see you in 2 months, okay?
Okay.
But in the meantime, if you have any question, give me a call.
Okay, I appreciate it. Thank you, Doc.
All right, nice to meet you guys.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Can we just process that he asked Dr. Now, is pizza on there? And when Dr. Now was like, he was like, oh, come on, Doc. Yeah, I have very high hopes for this guy to succeed.
Maybe not. It took 4 days to make it back from Texas. It didn't feel any better on the way back. Next time I'm gonna have to fly because I can't keep doing that. It's too rough on my body, and I was really sore when I got back. So I had to take some time to rest, and since then, I've been struggling with what feels like an impossible task of losing 80 pounds. But it's time for me to kick it up another notch. I've been pretty discouraged ever since I started, but I decided now is the time to start doing the best I can and work hard and not worry about it as much. As long as I do my best from here on out, I'm not gonna have any regrets.
You ready for some breakfast?
Yes.
All right. I'm gonna make some,
Sausage.
no.
Just 4 pounds of sausage.
I'm thinking some eggs and some low-cal cottage cheese and maybe some low-cal yogurt.
Sounds good.
Yum. All right.
Could you bring me that Dr. Now book?
Oh, sure. You have it memorized yet?
Yeah.
Good. I'll test you later.
Take the breakfast straight out of the book?
Pretty much.
Oh my goodness. My focus is on doing what I need, and I'm not gonna waste any more time. Okay, if I have to lose 80 pounds and there's only a month and a half to do it, then there's no time like the present. I hope I make it, and if I don't, it's not gonna be from a lack of trying. You know cashews are high in calories?
Bummer, but they're still good for you and they're high in protein. What else does it say?
Avoid meal supplements.
Man said, if I don't make it, it's not due to what? Sorry, a lack of trying. I hope I make it, but if I don't, it's not going to be due to a lack of. Okay, whatever. Okay.
Or shakes that have excess carbohydrates and sugar in them. Thank you, Kitty, for this food.
Okay. Are you doing a food house working for you?
Super good.
I guess we will see. The scale will tell the truth.
Mm-hmm.
How's your eggs?
It's good, thank you.
So does the book encourage you to eat 3 meals a day or just 2?
It says 400 calories per meal if you eat 3 meals a day, or 600 calories if you eat 2 meals a day. Plain yogurt? Get strawberry yogurt, Robin.
No, you can't have fruit in your yogurt. Read the book.
Is it just plain yogurt?
Yeah, just low fat. So what's your plan for the day?
We're gonna go for a walk, me and you.
Oh, that sounds like a great idea.
I know.
Because you thought of it?
Mm-hmm.
So have you been to this before?
I don't think so. Actually, yeah. There's only one way to fail, and that's by going half-ass. And that's what I decided I'm not gonna do.
I don't trust you. I'll get on the side of you. Like, put you over the edge, but I'll give you dessert.
Because the life I want to live, it's gonna be worth it. I think I'm just gonna keep trying to work out, keep trying to eat healthy, and I'm not gonna look at the scale until the time gets way closer, because I think it's just gonna discourage me, honestly.
Good luck.
Yeah,
How about that? Yay.
getting pretty good at that.
Hey guys, I'm still here and I just want to let you know at this moment in time, the story feels like as if it's getting better, right? It seems as if he's back on track, right? And all I'm gonna say is this is what they do every single week. And I just want to say one thing, just a quick reminder. When they were seeing Dr. Now, yes, my hands are still up, okay? Don't know what. But when they went to see Dr. Now, the mother did say that when she's not there, he does order food in. I just want to put that out there, just in case, when he goes and gets weighed, if he hasn't lost 80 pounds in a month and a half, you know why. Because it seems at the moment, based on what it's showing us, when she's home, he's making the right choices. But we'll see. We shall see. And bear in mind, if I don't make it, it's not due to the lack of trying, he said. But you know what? But it's very interesting because they haven't mentioned anything about him going to therapy. I do wonder if that's going to be mentioned in his phone call or his meeting with Dr. Now, though.
I made it back to Houston. This time, I had to complain. Made it was a lot better.
Thank you, sir. You have a good day.
Plus, I'm starting to be able to move a little better, so it feels like progress. Robin couldn't get out of work, so I was going to try to reschedule, but I decided to just do it on my own. And here I am.
David?
Hi there. I've been working as when I first started, losing 80 pounds. Felt impossible.
Whenever you're ready, go ahead and step on the scale.
But by the end, I feel like I might be getting pretty close. So I'm just going to have to wait and see what the scale has to tell me. I'm back at Dr. Now's for my first follow-up to find out how much weight I lost and to talk to the doctor about it. And my first appointment was 763 pounds. And the doctor told me to lose 80 pounds in 2 months. And if I did that, I'd be down to 683 today. It's pretty good.
Real fine.
Okay. It's not 80, but it's not bad. And I knew I messed up the first week or two after I got back. So really, that's only after 6 weeks of trying my hardest. So I'm pretty proud of that number. But I don't know if Dr. Now's gonna like it. I guess I'm about to find out.
The good thing is he lost most of it. He's only 13 pounds out, which is good. Which means that there is clearly some determination from him. But remember, it's only halfway through the episode so far.
Hello, how you doing, David?
Doc?
Doing all right?
Yeah, doing well. How are you?
I'm doing good. You came on your own this time.
Yes, sir.
Well, how was your trip down here?
It was good. I flew this time, so it was much faster.
All right. Well, I'm glad to hear that. I'm also glad to see your progress over the last 2 months. You lost 67 pounds and you're under 700 pounds.
Yeah.
So that is positive. So what changes you have made with your eating habit?
It took me a while to get on track.
What do you call it? Well, several hours or?
No. It took me probably a couple weeks. I think I've been on your program now for about 5 weeks.
Imagine what you could have lost if you did it for all 8 weeks.
Right.
So what took you a few weeks to get on the program?
It had a lot to do with just mental blockage, I think. The shock to my system from losing 80 pounds wasn't something I was ready for. I think it just took me some time to just put myself in the right state of mind to start making the right decisions for my health.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you got to where you need to be mentally to start making the changes you need. So that's good. And I'm glad you lost 67 pounds.
Thanks.
But that's a starting point. But with your progress, this is what I will do. I'll approve you for weight loss surgery and schedule down here to Houston in that time. We will move ahead with you, okay?
Okay.
You think you can do all that?
Yeah, I'm totally willing to move to Houston.
Are you going to move by yourself or is somebody going to be with you?
I'm hoping my foster mom will be. She's working on that.
Okay. So this is a conditional approval for you. Lose another 30 more pounds and move down here. And if you do that, we're going to go ahead and schedule your weight loss surgery for 2 months from now.
Okay, thanks, Doc.
But if you get here and you haven't lost 30 pounds, then I'm going to cancel the surgery and we're not going to move ahead with you. You got that?
Yes, I do.
Great. Then I'll see you in 2 months. And if you need anything at any time, let me know. All right. Well, have a nice trip back home and I'll see you soon.
Okay, thanks, Doc.
All right. See you.
All right, see ya.
I'm happy to see some good progress from David. It is encouraging, but he still fell short of his goal. And if he was fully doing the diet, he would have lost triple of what he lost over the past 2 months. So I still need to see a little bit more progress from him. But if he at least sticks with what he's doing, he should easily lose another 30 pounds in 2 months. So now it is not time for him to get comfortable and slip up. Because if he doesn't stay on track and doesn't meet his goals by the day of surgery, then we won't be moving ahead with him. And we will have to start this process all over again.
Well, I'm feeling pretty good right now. But mostly I'm just worried about moving to Houston now. Because I'm not sure if Robin's going to be able to move with me. But it feels like a huge deal to get approved for my first follow-up. And I feel confident we'll be able to figure out the details of me moving. I know Robin wants to be here for me. I know I'm excited for this new life.
I'm starting to wonder if TLC makes them drive on their first appointment for entertainment basis. And I hate to say it because that's what it is, right? For TLC, this is all entertainment. It's all about TV quality. Because they always get the plane on the second time round. And it's crazy because they could easily get the plane the first time round as well, if you know what I mean. So I reckon that's probably in the contract by TLC. Yes, we want to see you in pain driving there, okay? Yes. TLC, man. Jesus Christ. The learning channel, my ass.
Thank you. Thanks so much. Ever since I saw Dr. Nally got proof of weight loss surgery, I've been focused on keeping my weight going in the right direction. And also I've been focused on moving myself down there, the way Dr. Now's program requires you to do.
Okay, I'm gonna go work out.
Okay.
I will see you when you're done. You're good.
Okay,
Good work. Okay.
but today I'm focused on getting a good workout. And I'm excited because I found a way to do that without hurting my back so much. Water?
Work out. Okay. Me in the pool. Ready?
Moving to Houston is stressful though. The big problem is that Robin doesn't know she'll be able to do it right away. And I know she wants to be there for me, but she has a good life here and a job and people that rely on her. And it's a pretty big deal to pick up and move. So I'm stressed about what could happen if she can't go and what I'm gonna do about that. And all that stress, it's making it harder to lose weight. So I'm still working on what I have to do, but it's just been more of a struggle.
Okay, just start with IDs, and we'll just go. We'll walk.
I mean, listen, first and foremost, if he gains the weight because Robin didn't move him, that's pathetic. He can't be using Robin as an excuse. And Robin didn't say earlier in the episode that instead of looking for internal motivation, he's looking for external motivation, and that external one is her. So the fact is, if he gains that weight back, or he doesn't lose enough weight, just because Robin wouldn't move him, then all I can say is that I really hope that these therapy sessions he's going through can focus on maybe helping him doing things for himself and not for someone else, if that makes sense. Honestly, guys, like, external motivation is the worst type of motivation, depending on the situation, in my opinion. I've always gone for internal motivation, and that's just the grand scheme of it, you know? It's like, for example, you know, men or women, to be fair, who go to the gym so they can find someone. Like, I don't really process that. That doesn't make sense to me. I don't go work out, so it makes me hotter, makes me more attractive to females. No, I go there because, one, it's my safe haven. It's a very good place for me to go, and it's the only place I can go in the world that allows me to just de-stress, not be miserable. You know, it's literally my mental health place. You see what I'm saying? Okay, and also because I just love working out. You know what I mean? It makes me feel good. So these are internal reasons for myself. You know, and that's how it's always been. But don't get it twisted though. Externally, there was a few little lingering around. For example, it means that when I'm in that bedroom with that lady, you know what I'm saying, she gets to see a good fine specimen. You know what I mean? Listen, I ain't messing with you because obviously that is, you know, but that's not really the motivation for me. You know, obviously things like that do come to mind, but I don't really care for them because they don't motivate me. What motivates me is what's best for me. He needs to focus on doing things and finding motivation that's best for him, not motivation that is best for someone else. And what the hell was going on with my hand? My skin's peeling off. Damn. Okay. I think I'm becoming a mutant. Look at that. Skin coming off. Just before I share that anyway. Yeah. Come on this side. Oh yeah, anyway, let's get back into this.
So I can get down there and do Dr. Now's program.
Okay, stand there. I want you just to swish. Mark, swish. Kick.
I know I need to be in Houston to be accountable for the next year, and I know I need to have someone with me because it's a requirement. And there's times I won't be able to help myself.
Okay, good. Now lift. Just one leg. Up.
But Robin is the only one even close to being able to do that, so I'm trying to figure something out.
We're all done. You did great today. Let's get you out of the pool.
But it feels like an impossible situation some days.
Hey, I watched you for a while. You look great.
Yeah.
All right. Ready to go?
Yeah, let me just get changed.
Okay. I'll get right on.
Okay.
Hey. Good morning.
Good morning.
Are you pumped?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, I've gotten the laundry mostly done.
Sweet thing.
We'll get you packed.
Well, I have it all worked out, so that this move to Houston is actually happening.
All right. Get the stuff.
The only thing is, Robin isn't able to go with me right now, so I'm going by myself.
All right.
But she's going to come down after me when she can figure out her schedule. It's been a little stressful, and I'll admit, there's been a few times that I've slipped up and caught myself eating food for comfort. But overall, I haven't been giving in.
Gosh, that's huge. Okay.
Pretty huge.
That's huge.
It's normal size. And yes, I believe Robin will make it down. But not having her there gets me a little worried. So I'm trying not to think about it. I just keep trying to think about the bright side. I made it down to Houston, which is going to be my new home for a while, so I can get the weight loss surgery I've been working towards. Which is going to be the key for me to getting a better life. I found a place online for rent, and my surgery is in a couple weeks. My foster mom, Robin, she's supposed to be here too, but she wasn't able to come just yet, because she still had some stuff that she's trying to work out back home. So until that happens, I'm going to be here by myself, which should be fine. Oh. Thanks, man.
My pleasure. Welcome to Houston.
Yeah. To make sure that my surgery happens the way it should.
I do wonder who pays for these properties, because you know they always have to move. Doctor now goes, you know you're gonna have to move to Houston, but the crazy thing is though, right? Majority of the time, none of them are ever working. None of them are ever working. They're always living off someone else's back. So how they get up and leave and go to a whole new place in a whole new state? I don't know who pays for all this. TLC, what's going on, man? TLC, enablers, are you paying for all this, just so you can get this, something funky here. Sorry, I just had to point that out. Damn.
So today's the day. My boss from Robin made it down, and she's here in time for my surgery like she said she would be. I just really hope that this goes according to plan. Doctor told me to lose 30 pounds, and if I did, I'll be down to 665 today.
Your weight is 733. So, what was your weight?
It looks like I gained some weight since the last time. Hopefully I can still get the surgery.
Oh, I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so. What if they postpone it?
And I guess I'll just have to get back on track and lose the weight.
Yeah?
Yep.
You feeling pretty good about it?
Yeah, I mean, I've done it before. I can do it again, so I'll do it.
Okay, well, I'm sure the doctor will be coming in soon, and we'll know shortly.
Yeah.
Hello, how y'all doing?
Hello.
Doc,
Newt, how you doing?
I've had better days, Doc.
It seems so, because you're up to 733. So, out of losing 30 pounds, you're gaining 38 pounds. So you're just about 70 pounds away from where you should be today. So we're not going to be able to do your surgery. So I'm canceling it because of your weight gain, okay?
Okay.
So what happened?
Yeah, it was just stressful with the move and everything, and I think got off track a little bit, so...
I know it's been a struggle for you, but we cannot do it with you for weight loss surgery if you gain like this.
Okay.
It's not safe. So I'm going to send you home, and I want you to lose 70 pounds in the next 2 months to make up for the weight you gained and what you were supposed to lose by today. And if you do that, we're going to put you back on the schedule again for weight loss surgery. But you have to prove to me you're going to get back on track and stick to doing what you need first, okay?
Okay.
You think you can do that?
Yes, I'll do that.
Okay, so we're going to send you home now, and I want you to start working hard and get back on track, okay?
Okay.
Okay, David, I'll see you in 2 months, and hopefully 70 pounds lighter, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll see you all later.
All right, see you, man. Sorry I made you come all the way down here for nothing.
Well, I'm glad to be here to support you.
Thank you.
It's unfortunate that David gained all that weight after doing well. With his weight going in the wrong direction, it won't be safe to move ahead and do weight loss surgery today. So I'm canceling it until he shows me that he can get back on track and stick with it. If he does that, I will approve him again, not an option.
I can't believe this. I'm feeling such an idiot. I let everybody down, especially Robin, who had to move mountains to come down here for me. I didn't realize that small cheat days would make me gain. Not that fast, anyways. So now I guess there's only one thing to do about it, and that's to make it right.
Bro, Robin is not you, man. She's not you, Mr. Small Cheat Days. He's never going to succeed completely until he starts doing it himself. But I don't know why they haven't mentioned anything about his therapy sessions, though. You know what I mean? Because I really want to hear about that. They always neglect that in 600 Pound Life, because I'm not saying that, it should be recorded or aired, but we should hear something from him or Dr. Now talking about, yeah, I went to therapy and a little bit of this and that. That's about it. But it's never that. It's just, yeah, he gained weight, yeah, we know he gained weight, but like, this show would be so much more better if they also gave us details, minimal details of the therapy sessions as well, okay? Within conversation, That's it, saying, I went there and, the guy was telling me this and then I discovered this about myself, because that would help so many people that are in the same position, if you know what I mean? If people start to talk about what happened in his therapy sessions, and therefore it can relate to other people, Because at the end of the day, I don't want to be sitting there and just being like, he's failed again, blah, 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 because I know it's not as simple as that. Him failing isn't as simple as 1, 2, 3. Him failing is obviously due to a lot of things that's going on in his mind. And obviously, you know, for what we're seeing, it's easy for me to tell you right now that he failed because Robin wasn't there, because she was his motivation. And also at the same time, she was also supporting him. Do you know what I mean? So I can easily say to you right now, that's why he's here. But we know that that's why he's failed. We need to know why he's going to succeed. How is he going to succeed? Well, that comes from the therapy sessions. Is he getting the right information in the therapy sessions? Is the therapist opening up the right boxes, the boxes that helps him understand that whatever he's been through, the fact is this weight loss journey has to be something that he does for himself. It's not something that he does because of other people. He could use certain things to a certain advantage in terms of motivation about maybe things that's happened in the past, which will be an external motivation, but they can never be the core of his motivation. The core has to be it has to be internally. Do you know what I'm saying? Oh dear Lord.
Now that this is just a mess up, that I can't do this, so I'm not gonna give up. I'm just gonna try harder because my life is on the line, and failure could mean a much shorter lifespan. Ever since I got my surgery canceled for gaining weight, I've been working hard to stay on the diet the doctor now gave me. Robin has been a big help, encouraging me to do better and to stay on track.
All right, what are we gonna do for exercise?
Probably Dr. Now's exercises.
Great, let's start with ankle rolls.
Yeah, let's do it.
Go.
And
1,
I've been busting my ass to make up for that weight gain that I posted in my last weigh-in.
4, 5.
But I can't help feeling guilty that Robin is down here helping me to work out.
How'd that feel?
It hurt.
Okay, what's next?
Leg lifts.
Standing or sitting?
What do you do leg lifts standing?
You would go like this.
Yeah, I can do that.
Huh?
No, I can't do that.
Okay, I guess sitting.
I'm some karate expert.
Okay, leg lifts, 10 on each side.
We tried to make it fun, but I'm disappointed. And sometimes it feels like everything I do is all about making up for my fail at the scale.
Higher, 9, 10. That's pretty good except for the face looks.
It hurts. She's been down a little this month.
10 on this side. Go, 10, 1, 2.
I know she wants to see me do better, live out my dreams, start a life of my own. I feel bad about that, but I'm trying to make up for it. I get back to where I need to be. I refuse to mess this up, so I'm putting everything into it.
What's next?
I have to stand up, but I don't want to.
Let's start with arm rolls.
I kind of have a mental block, I think. Because I can get kind of tripped out about the fail, or the amount that I have to lose. And I get this anxiety about it. Like failure is my only path. And I have no clue why I feel like time I've ever had tough love. But also unconditional love.
Good. How about?
These thoughts hit me while I'm getting out of bed some days. And it feels just as hard as ever. Not easier like it's supposed to be getting. But I can't let myself dwell there. So I push myself hard in those moments. For the past month, I've been doing a lot better. I've been pushing through the mental block. I'm not sure why, but it's been a lot better since Robin came down.
9, 10. Next leg.
Anyway, all this hard work, it doesn't matter. If I get to my appointment with Dr. Now next month, and he doesn't approve me for weight loss surgery, then all of this effort will have been for nothing. But I can't afford to have back-to-back failures like that. So I'm trying to use my fear and anxiety to help motivate myself to work harder. All right, we're done. I'm not sure if it's working or not, but I'm sure we'll find out soon enough. But before that, it's going to be a big test for me. Because Robin's going to have to go back home, and I'm going to be on my own again. So that's going to be the real test, if I got myself under control or not. But I wish I could say with more confidence that I knew which way it was going to go.
Think it's going to be good news today at Dr. Now?
I think I could have done better. I just had a slow start. I got a lot of stuff going on, and but I think it'll be okay. I think I lost some weight, but you know, if I lost a little bit of weight, and he was proud of that, we're happy about that, that'd make me feel good.
Scales don't lie, people do.
Today I'm on my way to Dr. Now, and I'm not letting on to Robin how nervous I am. Maybe she can tell, I don't know. But just the thought of failing makes me wish I could escape the whole thing. And just not have to show up for it. I know that's crazy though, so here we are. And I'm bracing myself for the info we're about to hear.
Okay.
She has to go back for a few weeks next month, but I'm thankful that she's been able to stay with me and help me. But I still feel guilty that I'm taking her away from so much. I just need the effort to do this and get back on track to be worth it.
All right.
What?
I don't want to hear about it.
And today is the day that we find out how well I bounce back after getting off to a rocky start. The only way for me to do that is to meet my weight loss goal and show Dr. And that feeling leads me straight to wanting to eat. But I realize that I have to keep going and do this because if I don't, it's only going to get worse.
David?
Hi there.
Hello, how are you?
Oh, you know, pretty good.
Pretty good? Good.
I know I haven't done as well as I did in the beginning, but I've been trying my hardest now for a while. With Robin's help, and I just really hope that it's enough.
Okay. Step up on the scale, please.
My last weigh-in was a disaster. I was 733 when I should have been 665. So Dr. Now told me to lose 68 pounds and get down to 665 today.
Your weight is 719.
Oh, man.
Well, that's good. Couple pounds down. And we can go to room 5, okay?
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
To be honest, I'm relieved because I was so scared of gaining again that I've been having nightmares about it. So any kind of loss is welcome. We all know it's not good enough. So I'm relieved and dismayed at the same time, because I'm just more of a burden to Robin. And I don't want to hear what Dr. Now has to say about it.
Hello, how y'all
Dr.
doing?
Now, good, thanks. And yourself?
Good. All right, they were down to 719, and you only lost 40 pounds in 2 months. You did so well the first 2 months, and then you gained weight, and now you're not losing as much. So what happened?
I really don't know, because I'm trying. It's just getting harder, and the cravings are getting bigger than they were at first. But I don't really feel like I'm getting into them. So I feel like I'm trying.
You think you're going to food for comfort because of stress and anxiety?
I really don't know, because I thought I was working just as hard as I was before.
If you think there is no difference in what you're doing now from what you did at the start, then I think it is a good idea to get psychotherapy involved to try and help you figure it out. So David, we're going to set that up and we go from there. But if you're not losing at least 35 pounds a month, we're not going to be able to go ahead with your weight loss surgery. So I'm going to give you 2 more months to lose 70 pounds if you want to move ahead with weight loss surgery again, okay?
Okay, I'll figure it out.
All right, we'll get you some help with that. David, how are you doing with your exercises? I know you've been going to, but you're doing exercise here in Houston?
Yeah, I've been trying to work out every day, but yeah, I'll make sure I'm doing those more often.
All right. Is he doing better at home?
I think he's still struggling at home, but I think he truly wants to keep trying.
All right, this is a long haul, and you're going to have to stay with the program before and after surgery. So this is something that is very important for you to do, okay?
Okay.
All right, we'll get you appointment time for therapy, and I'll see you in 2 months. If you need anything, give me a call.
Okay, thanks.
All right, we'll see you.
All right, see ya.
Well, the thing is, he lost weight, which is good. But each time Robin disappears, he goes kaput. So let me not even repeat myself, but hey, that therapy. Oh shit, is he getting psychotherapy or physiotherapy? He's getting physio. He's getting. Also, I do want to say that Dr. Now is being quite generous with him as well. The fact that Dr. Now is willing to give him another chance, that is quite good, because there is will in him. But that's only when Robin's about.
Again, but it is concerning. It is not as much as it should be, especially after he did so well with his weight loss in the first couple of months. To go from losing like he had to gaining and now struggling is an unusual pattern. So there is some issues that come into the surface and causing him to struggle like this and go back to his unhealthy ways. Hopefully psychotherapy will help him to get to the core of what's going on. And
Holy sh! I just hit the nail on the head. I know why now. Oh no, this makes sense. It does. It's the only thing that can make sense to me right now. Oh wow. Okay, cool. So hear me out. His mum had him when she was 13. He was then put into the foster care. He never had opportunity to do anything to make his mother proud. In fact, I don't even know if he even knows what his mother looks like. But he never had the opportunity to be a son to his biological mother or his biological parents in general. So therefore, like just like any other child, we all relate to this. When we are born into our families, generally as a kid, when we do things to get approval from our parents. We do things so our parents can smile. We do things so our parents can buy us gifts. Generally, give or take, at the very beginning, when our parents are our parents, we don't see them as enemies, because it gets like that sometimes. We do things as kids because we want to make them happy. That is just a grand scheme of things. He's now been pushed from foster care to foster care, right? He's now in a position where he's got someone who's a mother who is there all the time on a consistent basis, who loves and supports him the way he would have loved his own mother the same way his own mother would have loved him. No, what you get what I'm saying, right? So the moral of the point I'm trying to say is that it's not a matter of Robin's approval or whatever. It's the matter of he wants to please his mother, and Robin is his only mother figure that he actually loves and cares for, because she sees him as a son, and she also took him back, and she goes and she will travel from wherever they're from all the way to here to support him. The support that she gives him is what he's always wanted. That is it. Listen, man, I might not be a therapist, but boy, man, I could be one. Don't get just people tell me all the time, hey, man, why don't you ever become a psychiatrist or a counselor or something like that? You're so good with advice. You're so good at this. You're so informative, man. You're ahead of your time. Yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter. The matter of the fact is this, okay? That is the grand scheme of things, if you ask me. Robin she's anchored to a certain degree. It's a good thing, but it's a bad thing. It's a good thing because at least he has someone that he can look after, but it shows that he has the ability to love. Oh, damn. He's the first one that we've ever shown that doesn't have kids. Lord of mercy, thank God for that. I mean, no offense, but it's a good thing he doesn't. But, because, you know what I mean, with his trauma and everything, it would have been worse. But yes, that's what it is. Yeah, sadly, Robin's kind of screwed to be a little bit. Yes, Robin's gonna have to stay with him to help him through, because if Robin actually leaves, that's why he wanted to go with him to Texas so bad. And when she leaves, he gets all lonely and sad. Yeah, she has to stay by him. The only one of the only ways he's gonna succeed is if Robin stays by his side. But the fact is this though, he still has to learn the most important thing that everybody has to learn. You don't do things for other people that matter to you. Things that matter to you, you do it for yourself. So even though he's got this thing, the fact is though, like Robin's already said, he's got to do it for himself and not for her. And that is still the bottom line. But until he gets to that point where he realizes that, Robin's got a choice. She either stays and helps him, or she gives him tough love and says bye. And me, I'm all for tough love. But in this situation, I do fear that if she was to give him tough love, he would use it in a traumatic way to say that no one can ever love me. No matter what foster care that I go to, things always go kaput. And he'll probably self-sabotage. And that's when he'll go back to how he's feeling before, about thinking about taking his own life. Robin's in a very sticky situation, you know. I guess if I was in Robin's position, I would stick around for him, but I would teach him and help him understand that he needs to start doing things for himself and he can't do it for her. That's what I would do if I was in Robin's position. Help him, guide him to learn to love himself and to make decisions for himself. And hopefully he can lose that weight, and hopefully if he wants to start a family of his own, he can go off and do that too. That's what I would do if I was Robin. It's the safest option that I think. Man, I should get paid for this stuff, man. YouTube, they don't be doing nothing, you know what I'm saying? Okay, hey, listen. This is not a reason for anyone to start DMing me and telling me about their life situations, okay? And saying, hey, Madzie, can you, so I'm going through this, or I've been through this. What's your advice? No, don't be doing that, okay? I ain't got. Man's busy. Trust me, man. My day is already hectic, okay? But then again, if you wanted to pay me to do that, I guess I can make a way. I can make a room for you. Okay, whatever. Let's get into this.
Well, if he doesn't figure out what's going on and what's driving him to struggle like this, then he's not going to be able to make much progress. And eventually, here soon, he will start gaining again. And once that happens, it's going to be harder for us to turn that around. So it's important that he figure this out now, before things get a lot harder for him.
After today, I'm determined to do better. I have to. It's super disappointing what the scale said. And then what Dr. Now had to say. I hope he's right that therapy can help. Because I agree with him that there has to be something in the event. That could be the key. And I hope that gets me back on track like I need. Because no matter what, I have to figure this out. And do this or nothing can change in my life. I don't want to live like this anymore. Whatever it takes, I need to figure it out. And I need to do it now. I feel like I'm running out of time. Therapy, so I don't know what to expect. But I can use that one. Because recently it feels like I'm just going backwards.
Are you David?
Yeah.
Hi, David. I'm Dr. Paradise. Come on in.
All right. Yeah.
Have a seat right over there.
All right. Okay. Oh, man, what?
Welcome.
What's up, Doc?
I'm glad you made it. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I was raised in foster care. My mom was 13 years old.
Your mother was 13 when
13
she had
years
you.
old. Cokehead. I'm pop positive for cocaine when I was born, so they took me away.
So you were born on coke?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. That's an interesting way to start.
Yeah.
What happened to you then?
I went into foster care. Well, I got adopted at 6. The Nelsons adopted an older boy, and then they adopted 2 girls who they were actually like biological sisters.
Okay.
One was a year older than me, one was like a month younger than me.
4 kids in the house, all adopted?
All adopted.
How long were you with the Nelsons?
9 years.
You would have been a sophomore in high school?
Yeah, the end of sophomore year I left. Kicked out.
Okay. What led you to get kicked out?
So our grandma was dying of cancer.
Did you think of her as a grandma?
Yeah, I mean, I spent every summer with her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, I remember watching baseball with my grandma. I still like the smell of cigarettes.
You have that association between...
Yeah, because I just get that nostalgia of my grandma's house.
Sure. So she got sick?
Yeah. And my parents went to California to bury the grandma. A couple friends did what teenagers do. We threw a party.
She was threw a party in the house where your parents were gone?
Yeah.
Okay.
That party lasted 10 days.
The whole time they were gone, kids in and out of the house?
Yeah, man. Alcohol, 50 kids. There was cocaine. There was weed, alcohol. Next door neighbor was a cop. He was writing everything down. He called my parents the first day. They were like, tell us about it.
So they were gathering evidence?
Yeah.
They come back, and you guys have thrown this extended party at the house?
Yeah. They're done. They had it. Kick us all out. Give up their parental rights. We all go into foster care.
Turn you back to the state.
Yep. We went back
How
to
did you understand that at the time?
Oh, I didn't. I was mad, confused, angry.
So tell me about the woman outside.
That's foster mom, Robin.
Okay.
She found me when I was 17 years old. I was in a group home.
How'd she find you?
Well, I was the president of Foster Youth of Idaho.
Oh, there was like an organization for...
Yeah, so I helped start this program called Foster Youth of Idaho.
Okay.
And we were reaching out to foster kids because, I was...
So, David, it sounds like you're a leader.
I don't know. But so I was angry.
Okay.
And I felt like these foster kids, they're going through the same things I am. And they don't have people to talk to. They don't have people to fall back on. They don't have... sorry, dude.
David, I'm glad to see you getting emotional. You know what's interesting is you have access to those emotions when you're talking about other kids like you, but you didn't access the sadness when you're talking about your own story.
So, we started this program so these kids had somebody to talk to because they were going through the same stuff.
Peers.
And, And then so once a week we do that, fun activities, bowling, whatever. Then we throw this foster parent appreciation picnic. I met her at this picnic, and that was Saturday. Monday I was in her house.
So you're pretty good at winning people over.
I'm a good guy. I like to think I'm a good guy. And
So fill in the blanks for me. There are these contrasts in your history. Yeah. You start this wonderful organization for other foster kids. You're charming enough to work your way into probably the best foster home in the Northwest, but you're always 600 pounds at this point.
Dude, I got up to 820 pounds at that time.
How long ago is this?
This summer.
David presents well, but I saw him crack a little bit and break down at points, and I think that he was so unemotional when he was talking. I think it's important for him to realize that his success is not necessarily dependent on somebody else. So I really want to see how he does on his own. He's a very bright, articulate, capable guy, and I want him to realize that that's inside of him. He doesn't need someone else to bring that out. David, you've had a lot of successes. I kind of want you to prove to yourself that you can be your own support system, because the most emotional you got when we were talking was when you talked about helping those other foster kids. And I want you to turn that on for yourself. So David, I'm going to assign you the task of being in the world by yourself. So I'm going to collaborate with Dr. Now, and I think we're going to send Robin home. We're going to put you by yourself, and we're going to get you independent. And I want you to spend some time just with you and to thrive during that time. Right. And I know you can do it. It's really good meeting you. Thanks for coming. Take care, man.
Hey, you too. Take it easy.
Well, the good news is for me is that I cracked the code. I was around those. I was around those lines. You know what I mean? This one is I won't lie, man. This one hit me different because it feels quite close to home to myself. I mean, I wasn't born in any foster home per se, but boy, it definitely felt like it. I mean, listen, I grew up wishing that I was in a foster home. You know what I mean? I grew up wishing that I was adopted, to be honest with you, But that's my own story, which is not relevant. But I relate a lot to the fact when the therapist spoke about how he gets emotional about other kids and what they've been through, and him being so supportive to other children. I relate to that a lot. Because that's a little bit of my character, or if not a huge part of my character too. The difference is though, funny enough, I'm actually just the same age as David, 30. Difference is though, I got to a stage of my life probably about a year or two ago where I started realizing that I need to now start making choices for myself and not for others. I got to put myself first and everyone else last. The only way I'm going to succeed in life in terms of protecting my own mental health and getting to where I want to go and where I want to get to in my own life. Which is something that I've been doing since then, and it's worked out well for me, to be fair. I'm still working on it, but it's worked out well. And I can only relate to David and hope that this works out for him too. Because it's a good thing that the therapist recognized that he needed to be removed away from Robin per se, because it's, like I said, he was relying on way too much in terms of, motivation, all that kind of stuff. So it's good that they want to get him to become independent. And the fact is though, I think for me, the thing that helped me realize what I need to do is I realized that majority of my life, everything that I ever did was independent. Anything that I did that was successful in my life was always independent. You know what I mean? And that helped me. Thinking about the past helped me move forward. A lot of people don't do that. A lot of people don't think about the past in terms of what was you doing in the past that made you happy? What was you doing in the past that brought you success in your life? People don't think about that half the time. I did, which I'm very fortunate for. And David is lucky now because he's got someone to tell him this now. I just had to figure it out myself. You know what I mean? And I like it that way, to be fair. I prefer to be my own assistant. I won't lie about that. But yeah, no, I mean, it's good to see that they did include the therapy session. I didn't really want the therapist. I just wanted a little bit of context in it, but it's good that they obviously gave us that anyway. because now that scene alone, it's annoying because it took an hour and 40 minutes just to get to that bloody scene, but that scene alone has probably touched so many people around the world that relate to David, who are in a very similar situation to him, with an addiction to something that they shouldn't be addicted to. And hopefully, that is something that's going to trigger any one of you who's maybe right now who's watching this to be like, you know what? I got to do something about my addiction. Come on, just make it happen. Make it happen, ladies and gentlemen. Make it happen. Come on. I do wonder though, like I said, David was the first person to not have kids. Obviously, I don't have kids, you know, for my own reasons. I do wonder if David doesn't have kids at this moment in time for the similar reasons to me. I wonder if he actually does want to have kids. Because some of us in life, we like to look after other kids. We like to build other kids, help them. But we don't necessarily want to respond to have our own child due to whatever reasons that we have based on our own lives. Interesting. Anyway, we're nearly here now, so let's get into this. This episode has been a roller coaster. I started off with a certain type of energy. The energy has changed, but this is what these TV shows should be about. Helping us viewers change our energy throughout, change our emotions throughout. This is what they should be about. You know what I mean? But hey, I mean, listen, the learning channel, we should be learning this way. But half the time, they don't let us learn. Half the time, they're just showing us madness. You know? What brings the money in, right? But let's get it.
You know what? Dr. Paradise knows what's up. It was awesome. It was really good. Super in-depth. I want to have another session with him. And, yeah, I'm going to do what he wants me to do. He wants me to go out in public, eat in public. I'm a little worried about it, but I'm going to do it. Makes me a little nervous that Robin's going to go home. But yeah, I'm just going to try to stay focused this time. I'll try not to fall apart and keep going down this healthy path. Today, Robin went back to Idaho for a few weeks. From here on out, she said she'll come visit me, and she'd come to any of my appointments with Dr. Now. But she's not going to stay with me for a long time, because I'm transitioning to living on my own. That's what I've been focused on since my therapy appointment. I lived on my own before for a long time, so I know I can take care of myself. I'm not sure why this time is so different. I never thought I'd be so homesick without Robin here. And sometimes I get this pit in my stomach. Like what it feels like to foster somewhere you don't like. And I think I'm ashamed of it too. Sometimes I can't get that feeling to stop. And that's what I'm doing right now. If I'm on my own, I'm fine for like a week. And then I get scared. Right now I'm nervous, but I'm choosing not to get into it. Pretty good. How are you? I know I have some work to do in therapy. And all I can do right now is just feel the feeling and keep going. I'm ready to take the steps I need, but it's not going to be easy. But I have to do what the therapist said and take charge of my life like I need to. That's really awesome. Yeah. It's time to change for good this time. I just hope I'm doing everything I need to get approved. I want to go back in a month and a half. Because surgery is something that I need to do for the long haul. So whatever it takes, I need to get where I need to take that step and change my life. This week, Robin is back in town, and we're headed to my next appointment with Dr. Now. I'm feeling better going in. This past month has been hard, but I've made it a focus not to give in to my fear of being alone.
David?
Hi there.
Hello.
How are you today?
I'm doing fine. How about you?
Oh, you know, I think I'll make it. All the way.
You want to step up the scale?
I didn't tell Robin to come back, but she said she wants to be with me for the major milestones. I feel like I made progress, though. I think the scale is going to reflect that.
Your weight is 671.
I'm really happy that I made some progress. I feel good about that.
We're going to be going to room 5.
I know it's not as much as the goal that I had hoped for. I'm very happy, but I don't know if it's going to be enough to move ahead with surgery. I hope that'll be enough.
Hello. How are you doing?
Good. How are you, Dr. Now?
I'm doing well. And super dive here too, David, because you are down to 671.
Yeah.
And you lost 48 pounds. So I'm happy to see that you're losing more weight and improving. But it's still not as much as you should have done to show me you are making enough change with your eating habits. But any progress is good. At least you make more progress this time than the last time. So I'm happy about that. Do you feel like psychotherapy is helping you some with that?
Yeah, I think therapy's helped me a lot. Dr. Paradise has helped me with ways that I can be more independent and take care of myself, basically. And it was good to talk about things. And I think it helped me in a lot of ways.
Okay, good. Dr. Paradise told me about your mom going back home for a month at a time here and there. And I think in your situation, that'll be good for you to be on your own some, to become more independent. Just let us know when that is so we can check in on you. But I'm glad that you feel like therapy is helping. So we'll set another appointment with psychotherapy. Keep going to that. And working on what you need with Dr. Paradise. And because of your progress, I'm going to give you an easy goal this time. This time I want you to lose 45 pounds in 2 months. And if you do that, I'm going to approve you for weight loss surgery. You think you can do that?
Yeah, I can do that.
All right, that's great. So keep up with psychotherapy, keep up your good weight loss, and let's see how we do in 2 months. And then we go from there, okay?
Okay.
If you need anything, give me a call.
Okay. Sounds good.
Thank you.
It seems like therapy is helping David understand some issues driving him to eat and to take more responsibility for his life. But I'm proud of him for working hard and maintaining positive attitude. When he started to struggle, he didn't make excuses. He just worked harder. Right now, I feel confident I'm going to see the progress I need from him soon to show me he's ready for weight loss surgery and that he's going to be able to stick to what he needs for the long term to get his target weight and start living healthier and better lifestyle.
I wish I'd gotten approved, but I know I can meet this next goal. So I feel very confident that this next appointment, I am getting approved. I'm going to make sure of it. Alright, thanks, man. This time I went back to Dr. Now, and I've lost another 46 pounds. So the doctor approved me for surgery. I'm getting it next month. I'm so excited for this, and I'm making sure that I stay on track no matter what. I'm not messing this up again. Hey, guys. Hey, man, I'm Dr. Clay. Hey, David, nice to meet you. You ready? Yeah, all right, let's get it going. We're gonna head back here. I've already lost another 18 pounds since my appointment. I'm looking forward to finally getting surgery and starting my new healthy life. I know I have a long road ahead this next year and a lot of work to do, especially with therapy and working with Dr. Paradise to figure out more of my emotions. But I'm ready to do whatever it takes to get my future back. And I want to be proud. We're actually just going to start with a little sit to stand, like a squat. Okay. Good. I wanted to do this for a while and find my way in everything that is meant for me. Good. Last one here, David. Good. All right. Good. Take a little rest. Come on down. Good. All right. I'm really excited about the surgery. And I know Robin will be too. We're just going to work on kind of bending down, picking this up, and then we're going to come up overhead with this, okay? And I know I'm going to have to work really, really hard this next year to lose all the weight, boy. Good. But I'm determined to get my life figured out and finally take responsibility. Here we go. You got it. That boy. Good job. Okay. All right. Have a rest. I'm going to change my life.
Whew, that was one hell of a roller coaster for me, man. You know what? I really hope that this guy can succeed. I really hope he can do it. Really hope. He showed a lot of progression throughout, much better than last week. Lisa, oh my goodness gracious me. Lisa was a different ball game. So you know what, David, I really wish him the best, and I really wish he can get there. Obviously, I'm happy that he's still going to psychotherapy as well. He's committed to that. Obviously, that will take his own time, depending on who he is. You know what I mean? If he's a Libra like me, then he'll be fine. If he's not, then it might take a bit longer. What I'm saying, Team Libra. Okay, I'll just laugh along. Anyway, with that being said, I'm very, very interested to see what the comments are going to be like. So I look forward to reading every single comment that you guys do drop, as much as I can anyway. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. And like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the comment section. Peace.